Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. It is 6:04. It's 50 degrees out, so it's nice and chilly out. Going to be about 70 today and sunny. Big traffic problems going on we'll get to in a second. But it's finally here. It is Wednesday, October 2nd, and the Lounge with Tyler Joseph of 21 Pilots is happening today, the day after the first show last night at the Madhouse, which I'm just spent pretty much from 4 a.m. till now watching people posting the videos of last night's show. I have so much FOMO of not being at that show last night. And
it's because, you wanted to be, ready for the loungy lounge.
That's right. So today, Brian and Kenzie will be hosting that lounge at noon today.
That's like having a cookie before dinner. It's going to ruin your appetite.
Oh, so it's good that you're saying it's good that we didn't go last night.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to be, super invested today.
Yeah, some people, I don't know if you ever did this or do this now currently on the way to a show. Do you listen to the artist you're going to see?
My husband's big on that. I'm not.
I'm not either.
I don't like that. I'm about to listen to a lot of it.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And I want that fresh cookie.
Exactly. My husband, not only does he listen to it on the way to the show, if we have a concert coming up, he listens for, the month before. So by the time I go to the concert, I want to die. I'm like, I don't want to hear any of these songs.
I've already heard the concert.
I'm like, I've heard these so much lately.
Well, this is something maybe more back in the day, too, that doesn't happen really anymore. Actually, Regina and Hammond just checked in, and she says, I love doing that. And she just reminded me of this. Regina and Hammond, thanks for checking in this morning about sitting in the parking lot for hours before a concert, cranking it, and then drinking, like a Stroh's 30-pack with a bunch of your friends. I don't think people do that anymore for the United Center, let's say, sit in the park or the Allstate Arena. I don't think people do that. I could be wrong.
I think you could get in trouble for sitting in your car and drinking alcohol.
Yeah, they used to let you do that.
Yeah. Well, times used to be good, Brian.
I know.
You can't do anything.
Times used to be way better.
Because of woke, they won't let you drink at the parking lot anymore.
Yeah, they don't really let you, crack open a can when you're behind the wheel. Even if the car's not moving.
You're parked and you're outside. You open your trunk. You put the music on. You open some beers.
I would love for God to pull up to you and you're like, it's in park.
Yeah, the keys are out of the ignition.
Sir, you're wasted. No. It's parked. It's completely fine.
And I'm not going anywhere for 6 hours. I'm going in there. I'm going to the concert. So, I'm, Mr. Officer, I'm going in.
You had 17. You're like, I'll be fine after the concert.
Yeah, I'll be good.
Come on.
I'll pass out in the car. I had so many friends that never made it in the shows. Because they got too wasted.
Oh, yeah, that's another
tailgating.
reason it should be banned. That's awful.
It's great.
It's great to miss the entire show.
Well, I never did that, but I'd come back out, my buddy like, oh, whoa, what happened? Oh, it was great. You missed it. Oh, I'll catch him next time. Like that kind of thing.
Let me drive everyone home safely. No.
Yeah. I don't know. Just tailgating before concerts used to be a bigger deal, I think, and now people just kind of go and get there. The good old days. Casey, ever do that? You ever tailgate before a concert?
No. There's not a lot of tailgating before Morrissey shows. A lot of therapy, but not tailgating.
Yeah, they got a therapist out there in the parking lot.
Listen, Brian, times are different. People already are like, I want to see them, but I have to be around other people.
Yeah.
Let alone getting there early to spend more time around other people. It doesn't happen anymore.
No, sorry those times are gone when people don't like being around other people and hanging out.
It's too late.
Well,
COVID,
listen,
baby.
To remind you, at 7 a.m., we have Oasis tickets. So floor seats for Soldier Field for Oasis at 7 a.m. coming up.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And this one involves 1 in 7 Chicagoans and going to bed. So 1 in 7 Chicagoans do this before they go to bed, and it helps them get the best night's sleep ever. However, this thing they're doing is also driving them to an early grave. So you have to balance the time you're on the earth, and if you have the best sleep by doing this, but it's going to cut your life short and you're not going to be alive as long. What do you value more? The back end of your life, at the end, you lose a few years, but to have the best sleep of your life? That's what they're doing. What do you think they're doing, Kenzie?
I think that they're taking like sleeping pills.
Seems like a reasonable answer. Yeah. Taking a bunch of sleep.
They're drugging it up.
I don't know if sleeping pills, and I'm going to tell you the answer here, later, obviously. But I think I know there's people that take Ambien and then they end up going to make sandwiches in the middle of the night or having sex or getting in their car and going to like Taco Bell and getting
Ambien
food.
a sleeping pill?
Yeah, it is. But there's
That sounds counterproductive. What's going on there?
People do these sleepwalking, but not just sleepwalking. Like they'll be awake and they're asleep, but they look awake and they'll get in their cars and drive somewhere. I don't believe our listeners have had that experience.
I
know.
would think somebody was like a zombie.
Yeah.
That's super scary.
That's kind of what it is. I know people that got on the Ambien cycle and they went from like Red Bull to Ambien, Red Bull to Ambien. Not a great cycle.
It's not great. It's an endless cycle. It's a vicious cycle.
That's the thing. There's been times when I had insomnia and I thought I should try to do that, but I'm like, I don't know if I can. Thank God I didn't, because to get on that cycle, I don't think you get out of that cycle. I don't know.
I looked it up. It's used for short-term insomnia treatment.
Ambien?
Yeah.
See, I know people that took it for long-term insomnia. Just once they got on it, they just kept using it because they couldn't sleep without it.
It's like so in like the list of things, it says alcohol, avoid.
Yeah.
Like when using.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Case, what do you think it is? 1 in 7 people in Chicago do this to get to bed, and it helps them get to bed super quick and easy. However, it's driving them to an early grave.
Eating, I think 1 in 7 people got crumbs in their bed.
Yeah, eating. Boy, I love falling asleep on a full stomach.
Oh, I love it. A little ice cream
So
right
do
before bed.
babies. I get it.
Yeah.
That's what they love.
Yeah.
A little tummy all full.
It's the best. It's the best. We just like,
feel it.
if you can't sleep and you get up and eat, or you eat.
But have you ever not eaten before bed and then you wake up and you feel like a supermodel?
Well, you
You're
feel
like, I'm the skinniest bitch ever. I'm so lightweight right now.
So I've never said that about me.
I just feel like something special happens when you eat, like, say you have dinner early.
Yeah.
This will happen. Harper's going to have an activity, so you eat dinner at like 4:30, and then
Yeah.
you don't have time to eat again.
Right.
And you wake up, and you're just like, I am Naomi Campbell. This is my time.
I will say I've gone to bed hungry and I try to just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Then you wake up and I feel good that I didn't eat before I went to bed.
Right. There's something about it.
Never felt like a, quote, skinny bitch.
I do. I'm not one. It's all an illusion. You just feel light as a feather.
Well, 1 in 7 people in Chicago do this before they go to bed, and it makes them sleep perfect and great, but they are driving themselves to an early grave. I'll tell you what that is in 5 minutes. It might be you.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Time for a fact that makes your brain go. So 1 in 7 Chicagoans do this when they go to bed to get a great night's sleep. However, it's driving them to an early grave. And I will say, I am one of these 7. I'm that one person of the 7 that does this. Kenzie said take sleeping pills. A very, very perfect answer. You'd think so. That's not right. Case said eat. A full belly, just like a baby, makes you sleep like a baby.
Like a baby.
That's so good. It's not. 1 in 7 people to get the best sleep, but it's sending them to an early grave. Wear the clothes they wore that day into bed.
Oh.
Now
That's repulsive.
Well, so I wear a sleep shirt, a different shirt, but I wear the underwear I'm wearing now. Tonight when I go to bed, I'll have those on till the morning.
Your outdoor clothes cannot touch your bed.
Well,
That's
this is what they're saying.
terrifying.
That's what they're saying because this, of course, adds to an incredible amount of germs and bacteria that's going in the bed that has attached itself to you all day long, which could easily cause too many different problems to list and send you to an early grave. Now, so do you wear pajamas, Kenzie? What do you do?
I wear like a huge baggy t-shirt
A huge baggy t-shirt.
that never goes outside.
Okay. So do you wear the same one every night?
No.
You wear a fresh, new, clean t-shirt every night to work.
Yes, a baggy t-shirt to bed each night, a new one that's fresh, that is only used in that time frame.
I was thinking like you have this drawer of like Barks root beer t-shirts from the 90s because they're big and baggy, and you have a new one for every night, and that's what you wear to bed.
They're usually like my husband's shirts.
Okay, that's fair. He's
I'm
a big
like,
guy.
look at this new Cub shirt. He's like, okay.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. It's
But it's
brand new.
clean. You don't grab it out of his like dirty, oh, this is on the floor.
Ew,
Boom.
no, not in the bed.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Interesting.
No way. Clean,
Interesting.
fresh.
I wear the same shirt for 5 days every week at night, and then I wear the underwear I'm wearing that day into bed. So
It's a long time for that underwear. Don't you think it's been through enough by that point in time?
well, I don't want to go through all my underwear. That's 2 underwear a day then. I got to start doing laundry double up then.
You could just buy another bin from Costco, don't you think?
They are a good price. I'm wearing the
Yeah.
Kirkland boxer briefs right now.
That's what I'm saying.
But I just like getting in the bed. I'm like, okay, fine. They're going to get, listen, in the morning I'm going to shower. So why change? Yeah.
That's nasty.
I guess it is. Maybe I'm driving myself to an early grave, but I just like the feel of worn-in underwear from the day when I get in the bed.
Broken in underwear?
They're broken in.
That's, oh my gosh.
Because if I put a new pair of boxer briefs on when I go to bed, they're tight, and I feel like I'm ready for the day then. Now they're...
How about you get loose boxers for the night?
Loose box? I don't like loose boxers.
For nighttime.
I don't like loose
You're
boxers for
free
night.
falling.
That's right. Case, what are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at the thought of I'm wearing fresh boxers so the sun must be about to rise.
That's right.
I must get started with the day now.
I've done that before when I needed to put boxers on at night. I put new ones on. I'm like, all right, it's not night anymore. It's day.
It's like rooster crowing, tight boxers.
Yeah. So I need those loose, though. They've worn in. They've broken in for the day.
At the end of the night, your tight boxer briefs are baggy.
Not baggy,
What
but
are
they're...
you doing in those things?
You don't want to know.
I don't. You're right.
Case, what are you wearing to bed?
Sleep cap, candelabra, long pajamas.
It's like Scrooge over there.
That's so fitting for who he is.
Oh, God.
He's such a Scrooge.
Yeah.
I'm telling kids to quiet down.
Yeah.
You definitely have like little house shoes that you pedal around in for sure.
Now, those are disgusting. The same, like slippers with your bare feet instead of socks because of bare feet in there.
Not if you just wear them in the house and keep them fresh like that. Like I have a few pairs of house shoes that I alternate.
Now, do you wash your feet before you put them in there?
Do I wash my feet? But I wear socks all day and then I take the socks off.
Socks sweat. Your feet sweat. There's germs there.
I definitely don't have a sweaty foot issue. I gotta be honest.
Let me see your foot.
I'll show you my foot. I'm proud of my feet. It's
Well,
one
no.
of the only things I can admit on my body that I think are cute.
But the problem is it's early. I need to see your feet later in the day.
Can we tap you later?
So I'm going to come over for dinner tonight.
And you touch my foot, damn
I
it.
want to see your foot.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Man, what a week. From the weekend to Monday. Dikembe Mutombo and Pete Rose yesterday, and Chris Christopherson, so many actors and celebrities dying, and it doesn't end today. We gotta pour one out for some legends.
Aww. I'm tired of this.
It was a lot.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
You know, it was all funny.
Holes reference.
It was
no
all-
one's seen holes.
Holes.
That's a deep cut holes reference. I'm sorry I
it's
didn't get
not.
that.
No, it's not. That's too damn bad. It's Christmas Eve.
Okay, before we...
That's an iconic reference. How dare you? That's not a deep cut.
What is Holes?
It's a book and movie.
Yeah, with Shia LaBeouf, Stanley Yelnats, because Yelnats is Stanley spelled backwards.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know what it is. I've never heard of it. Never
really
even
good.
heard of it.
It's so good, but they have to dig holes all the time because they're looking for like treasure. It's a long story, but
Yeah,
there's
let's
a
not
whole
get it-
book about it.
Yeah.
But she's like digging holes, and she goes, "I'm tired of this, Grandpa." And he goes, "Well, that's too damn bad."
Well, listen, I'll put it on the list. I got a lot to catch up on.
It's really good.
All right, I'll check it out. But first, we got to pour one out for some legends. Let's show the respect here. John Amos, who was the dad on the TV show Good Times, which was based in Chicago, which is an old show, but a very funny show. I'd love to know how that ages to go back and watch it right now. He was hilarious on that show as a tough dad of a black family growing up in the projects of Chicago. It was groundbreaking television.
I forgot that was in Chicago.
Yeah, groundbreaking television way back in the day. If you want to binge something, you're done. Like, I'm not done. I got to watch Holes, apparently. But
Oh, it's so good. Janet Jackson was in Good Times. I don't remember that.
she was, I believe, the girlfriend of Jimmy J.J. Walker.
Yeah.
It launched a lot of careers. It was just a funny show, and I feel bad. He also was an unlikely villain in Die Hard 2, of all things. He was great in Die Hard 2, and also, maybe people know him from this more, because there was a redo, or I guess a part 2, which I didn't see on Netflix, of Coming to America. He was the dad of the daughter on Coming to America, Mr. McDowell. And this scene was priceless when he's explaining to Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall about the difference between McDowell's and McDonald's and how he didn't rip them off. Here it is.
See, they're McDonald's. I'm McDowell's. Huh?
They're looking at it.
They got the golden arches. Mine is the golden arcs. I see they got.
Oh, it was so good. I have the golden arc. Oh, he was so good in that movie. So rest in peace, John Amos, 84 years old. He also was in the legendary TV show Roots as well. So now we got, again, that's one. We got to pour another one out.
It's a double pour one out.
What?
I know.
Oh, no.
And this is really sad for a lot of people that love, reality. Some people would call it trash TV, but this is literally not trash TV.
That's a tough lead-in for someone's legacy. Some would call him trash.
Not him, but trash TV. Like American Pickers. I love that show.
Uh-huh.
And Frank died yesterday. Frank Fritz died at the age of 60. Young man. Too bad.
It's devastating. I'm actually very sad about this.
Yeah, the statement from Mike Wolf, who was his partner for many years, and they had a big falling out. And Frank was off the show now for the last couple seasons, but Case had informed me that they made up before he passed away.
That's what it seems like, which is, great. I mean, these guys, when American Pickers came out, I remember not liking the show because I was under the impression they were taking advantage of old people and underpaying for their valuables. And as I got more and more into the show, I realized, no, these people are doing a great service. They are uncovering history. These are two history nerds that love artifacts just like myself. And American Pickers has become one of my favorite shows.
Is this the one where they buy stuff in the storage units?
No, that is Storage Wars.
Oh, God. There's so many like this. I struggle.
This is American Pickers is on the History Channel.
Okay.
It is where Mike and Frank drive around in a van and they go to various properties around the country and they pick for essentially hidden gems or artifacts.
Yeah, and they get tips. They get tips on where to go.
Yes.
And then I love the one where they pull up to the mini golf place, but then the storage place out back is nothing related to mini golf, what they find in there.
And also, Danielle, who works at their store in Nashville, was just at Riot Fest doing burlesque. She was a part of the Riot Fest sideshow that Riot Mike brought this year.
Oh, the Strip-O-Rama?
Yeah.
Oh, very fun.
Yeah,
I like Strip-O-Rama.
she's really into burlesque and antiques, so she's the perfect woman.
Okay, love her.
Well, Mike Wolf of American Pickers said, "It's with a broken heart that I share that Frank has passed away. I've known Frank for more than half my life, and what you see on TV has always been what I've seen, a dreamer who was just as sensitive as he was funny. The same off-camera he was on, Frank had a way of reaching the hearts of so many by just being himself." And that was him. He had a stroke a couple years ago, and he had back surgery from driving that van.
Yeah.
You drive across the country, it's all you do. Man, it's not a healthy lifestyle. You know what I mean?
I hope you put a heated seat like I did for the studio because it helps relax your back muscles.
I don't know if he did that, and it's too bad. And there you go, Mike. So, man, there's been so much this week, and I think it's hit all corners of things that we love, like this kind of TV show, like singers, like actors, and it is a rough week, man, for pouring one out.
I've lost Chris Christopherson, Dikembe Mutombo, and Frank Fritz from American Pickers in 3 days. It's been a very tough week.
That's your top three, right?
Those are my top three.
Half of them are your hall passes from Kenzie.
Yeah, man. Well, let's hope tomorrow we don't do this at this time. We like to pour one out early to get it out of the way, but let's just hope we don't do this tomorrow and everybody lives. How about that? Let's do that.
That'd be nice.
We're about 13 minutes away from 7 a.m., and that's your next chance at tickets for Soldier Field. And we're talking about floor passes for Oasis. Floor tickets. You'll be there at Soldier Field for that show coming up next year. First, it is Headline News with Gil Curtis.
This is not Headline News. Now at the age of 66, Madonna has reportedly started production on a new dance album. Most of the songs are about hip replacement. Tiffany is 53 years old today. For those of you too young to know, Tiffany was the original Taylor Swift, but without all that talent. DirecTV bought competitor Dish Network for $1, which is kind of like the Titanic buying the Hindenburg. And a celebrity roller skating competition show is coming to Max. So if you're looking for a reason to sign up for Max, keep looking. This is not Headline News.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning, and Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.